Hey everyone, I'm coming to you today to go over some things that I typically wear when I do an endurance event. And I feel this is a very important topic to go over because a lot of people don't think about this before the event gets there. So they come to the event not prepared and they come up with these random issues throughout the event that could have been prevented by simply just making sure that the equipment that you're wearing or the clothing that you're wearing is adequate enough for the event. So first I'm going to go over a base layer. So I always usually wear a compression type of short because it helps to prevent like rubbing and chafing, and that's one thing that can cause a lot of issues throughout the course of an event is if you start getting rubbing and chafing early on, it just makes a mental barrier because you're focused on the pain and the aggravation of that instead of focusing on the actual event. And ladies, I know one thing we have to worry about is our sports bra rubbing, and I found that I usually just get a Walmart or Target sports bra, and I get not a very expensive one and not a thick one, but make sure that it's comfortable. I've realized that I have to make sure that it doesn't really have a thick band, because if it does, that's where my ruck will rub, and then that's what will cause some rubbing and rashing as well. I would also like to go over an outer layer, and I bought these at my local JCPenney, and they were probably like 15 bucks, and they're just the compression workout pants, and I've seriously worn these for half of my events, and they do great because they dry really quickly, they keep me warm, they prevent me when we have to do low crawls or be on the ground or be buddy carried. These protect my legs when I need them the most. I also have like a knee sleeve that I will wear, and I'll just slide that on and off when I realize we're going to do a lot of work on the ground. I would like to also go over tops. Tank tops are great when it's hot outside and you want to be able to cool off, but what a lot of people don't realize is this provides this little coverage for your ruck. So that's when you get rubbing and issues even on your shoulders and upper back. So if I wear a tank top, it's for a short event, but even then I will typically wear a t-shirt over it to protect my skin from the rubbing, and then I'll put a shirt on or off depending on what's going on during the event. Another thing that I'd like to go over is I would like to do a product review for the GORUCK pants and top. So I got these. I'm 5'10", and I typically wear a 6'8" waist in size, and I purchased the 36 waist, 34 long, and these are perfect length for me. They cover my shoelaces, they go all the way down. When I bend down, they don't hike up, so it doesn't look like I have high waters on. They're perfect material, very quick wicking. They kept me warm during windy/cooler events, but they dried really, really quickly. I know a lot of girls fit pants differently, and I will say that I really, really, really enjoyed the fit of these pants. They were very loose. I don't like, super, super tight. This type of pants material, I like to be able to move and breathe and be able to not get constricted. And these were, like I said, a perfect fit for what I was looking for. And as you can see, it has a lot of belt loops if you do choose to wear a belt. The only issue I had was the zipper kept coming down. And I don't know if that's because of the way they were sitting on my hips, or if my hips were built a different way than what that was anticipated for these pants. But throughout the event, I periodically had to make sure that my zipper was up because it kept coming down. And I think eventually what I did was I just ended up tying a rubber band there through the zipper and wrapping it around the button whenever I zipped it up, so that way it would stop sliding. And that was my quick fix. I'm not sure if there's something else that could be done for that, but that's just what I did. But like I said, I really enjoyed these pants, and I will definitely get another pair when they are available on the site. The other thing that I got was the t-shirt. I really, really, really liked the material. It wasn't quite a cotton, but it wasn't quite the stretchy Under Armour material. But as you can see, this is a medium, so this is pretty large on me. But I like my shirts to be bigger. So this was perfect for what I wanted for the event. It protected my arms, the sleeves were long enough. I usually wear a size small, so for future references, I'll get a small that will fit me perfectly. And then I usually wear like a beanie. I learned this year, when you get a cold weather or windy event, to have face coverage. So when you're on those movements or on the long ruck, that helps tremendously. and of course your tack hat with your patch on it. And then my gloves. Like I said in a previous video, I found these carpenter gloves at Walmart because the fingers are already cut off on these 3 fingers, so it keeps your fingers protected and your hands protected, but also functional because I can still grab and zip and that kind of thing. I did try out some neoprene gloves this year, and they were perfect for cold weather events because they kept my hands warmer as well as protecting them. But for most just regular event use, I will use these. I also, for shoes, I use just regular tennis shoes. And as you can see, these are pretty worn, and I've worn these during a lot of my events. I have very, very minimal feet issues, so I'm able to wear just a simple sock and my tennis shoes. What I will say is I do switch shoes between every event. So if I'm doing a back-to-back-to-back event, between every event, I will switch my shoes and my socks, of course. Lastly, your wind layer. I found this at like Costco or Sam's for like 15-20 bucks maybe, but it's perfect. It's been definitely an asset to my wardrobe for doing these events because if you get wet, I can toss this on. It prevents the wind, but it also helps insulate me because it has helped me warm up. So it's really important to find something like this, and it has a hood. This one allows me to roll it up and kind of hide it so it's not getting caught if I'm carrying items or carrying someone. And all of my extra materials I've been able to fit into my dry bag, and that goes in my ruck. And it actually only adds maybe 1.5 pounds or, you know, not a significant amount of weight, so that way I'm not carrying more than I actually need. But that's what I typically wear. Hopefully this will be helpful to someone, especially the ladies who were looking at the GORUCK tee and the pants. Like I said, they were great, very comfortable. They were long enough for me. They fit my waist perfectly. I felt like when I was bending down, they weren't sliding. But my only downfall would be that the zipper kept coming down. But that was a fix that I made simply by just rubber band tying it around the button. And as you can see, I don't have any holes. And this washed very, very easily because when I washed these, they were very dirty, grass stains, mud on them. And as you can see, the stains came out. There's no holes. And yeah, and they have 2 pockets. So I highly recommend them. I enjoy them. And hopefully if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Thanks.